Yeah, excited and nervous, all sort of rolled into one. Yeah, excitement up until the point that you know you've kind of got to do something, and all of a sudden it becomes very real.
I was just surprised about how unseaworthy the vessel was itself, how the people were crammed into one very small space. You could see that the distress in the faces, the way they screamed. I still remember the screams of the women and the crying of the children. How was it?
Mainly at the beginning they were more like large wooden boats. After 2 years it sort of changed to rubber dinghies. They were getting more people on board. From like 120, we experienced like 120 average. We went up to like 130, 140. And the record number I've rescued on one rubber dinghy was 175. And the nearest to that was 170, so that's the most I've had.
There was a girl, she was an orphan. Her name was Alaya, and Alaya was my first niece's name, and she had passed away. And she was about the same age that she would have been, and that was really sweet. We really clicked. We had fun together, we drew together, and we spent a lot of time together.
There was a very particular moment. I was actually on the rib as well on that one. So we had people in the water. We had a lot of people in the water. What happened is that we had a wooden boat and it started to capsize. A lot of people ended up in the sea. There was a guy and he had no life jacket on board. We hadn't distributed out the life jackets yet. And so we're going everywhere with the rib, picking up people. And we see this guy around, let's say, maybe not a meter, but almost a meter underwater. The crew who were recovering persons, they weren't long enough, and I went down and got him by the shoulder and pulled him up, and then we pulled him up together. And I'll never forget that moment.
Yeah, there was a girl on the first rescue. She helped me in the clinic. She helped me translate. You know, she would offer to, you know, if I was busy, she'd say, can I clean the clinic for you? Can I do this for you? Help me get the ladies in and change them out of the wet clothes. And before she got off the boat, she put this little yellow band on me that has stayed on me since. And I'm going to hopefully one day be able to give that back to her.
You have a sense of satisfaction that the fact that they actually made it out alive, but you have also that lingering thought as what happens now.
Once I was on watch near the gangway and the little girl was going down, and they told me to stop them, and I stopped the girl. I hold her from here to don't go down, and I felt her heart beating so fast. I said, she's so excited that she's going down. For us it was a normal thing, you know.
I think it's going to need a joined up approach from probably the EU and NGOs, such as ourselves, such as the land-based NGOs, to develop a much more holistic approach rather than trying to just tackle one part of the problem.
Other than them not having to be in that position where they have to flee their home, their family, it needs to be better controlled by the people that are in better positions. So whether that's ensuring if people can find refuge in a country, that there's a way that they can apply for that, or whether we recognise that this is a trend, it's something that's happening because of things that are happening in other countries that we have no control over, and we need to provide safer routes for them to flee and find refuge.